Later that night, the dad is on the phone. He's a trucker and he needs work.
I gotta have some routes or I'm gonna lose the insurance on the rig.
He tells the person on the phone, "That's half my rate."
Oh, that's like half my rate, man.
"All right, I'll take it."
I'll take it.
And I don't get what's happening. He's taking a shitty route for half his rate? Are they struggling financially? Why did they get a house? How did they get a house?
It's Florida. It's a week turnaround. I start tomorrow.
He's gonna be gone a week, starting tomorrow. Into the kids' room, and the kid that gets their foot yanked gets their foot yanked again. And Nancy must be a relentless bully in real life, because this kid is sure that it's Nancy doing this.
Stop it, Nancy. It's not funny anymore.
So she gets her foot yanked again, a little bit harder. And she actually sits up, like, wait a minute, Nancy is way over there. But instead of talking to Nancy about it, she decides to quietly look under her bed. While looking under her bed, she sees the door move a little bit. The girl that gets her foot yanked is named Christine. And she says, there's someone behind the door.
There's someone standing over there.
It's pitch black behind the door. But Nancy's like, psh, she just walks over there without turning the light on.
Nancy, don't. Nancy, no, look. Look.
She just walks into the darkness. And she's like, there's definitely nobody over here. But man, it sure does smell like farts.
Ugh, it's that smell again.
Oof, it smells really bad. I'm just gonna stand here for a while. I'm really gonna take it in. Christine says,
Oh my God.
it's right behind you. Both girls start screaming. Parents get up. They run to the room. Christine is crying and saying there's someone else in the room. Nancy isn't saying or doing anything. Christine tells her parents, it talked to me. It said it wants my family dead.
It wants my family dead.
And then the scene ends. We don't need to know what happened after that. We don't need to know what the fuck the parents thought about that, or how the kids went back to bed. So now we're back at the Warrens' house.
Mr. Winston! Winston!
Ed is about to leave, and Lorraine says, where are you going?
I just gotta run to the store for a few things.
He's lying, and she says, I don't know why you'd try.
In 15 years, have you ever been able to lie to me?
So that's a fun marriage. Turns out Father Gordon called, and he has a case for them. Ed was going to go check it out by himself, and then I guess pick up a few things after to try to make it seem like he just ran to the store quick. He wants to go alone because he's afraid of it happening again. Something happened to Lorraine. Remember? The guy that asked about his wife? Something happened, but it was during an exorcism. It's different. Lorraine is like, I'm going.
Lorraine, myself.
I'm going with you.
And they both just walk away from their kid without saying anything. Lorraine says, do you remember what you said to me on our wedding night?
Do you remember what you said to me on our wedding night?
And he's like, can we do it again?
Can we do it again?
And she's like, haha, after that. And he doesn't say anything, so I guess he doesn't remember.
You said that God brought us together for a reason, right?
So I guess they got married, and then fucked, and then he started talking about God, and he doesn't remember it.
I'm gonna get dressed.
So they go to check out the case, and guess what? It's not even the fucking family that we've been following. So it's like a scene that I think is trying to legitimize the Warrens. The whole scene is them telling some stupid couple that their house isn't haunted, and that usually there's a rational explanation. Back at the family's house, the mom has another bruise. Mild concern. She's doing laundry late at night, and she hears a child giggle. Then she hears clap, clap. She says, girls, it's way past your bedtime. She checks their rooms, and they're all asleep. Just then, there's a loud, shattering sound. All the framed pictures of the family along the staircase, they've all fallen and shattered. And when this happens, it's loud. It's maybe the loudest thing that's happened in the movie so far, and it's clearly meant just to startle the audience, because none of the kids wake up. The mom is alarmed, but I guess more curious than concerned, because she decides to investigate. I don't know if they knew this back then, But if somebody breaks in their house in the middle of the night and starts smashing your stuff, it's usually not Girl Scouts. It's usually an aggressive, possibly sexually motivated man. But the mom looks around and she hears clap clap again. A game that she plays with her daughters, who are all asleep. She says, "Who is that?" And she charges into the darkness.
Who is that?
I don't know why she doesn't call the cops. She doesn't call anyone. She hears the door to the cellar creak and she goes to check it out. So she peeks down there. She doesn't see anything, but she yells.
Who's ever down there? I'm gonna lock you in now.
Which, don't tell them. Just do it. The door slams in her face and knocks her down the stairs. And then something throws a ball towards her and smashes the light bulb. She finally runs up the stairs and starts screaming. And we hear the child laughing again. She stops screaming immediately. She said, "Andrea, help," and that's it. She finds the matches at the top of the stairs that the dad used earlier. So she lights a match. She can't see anything, of course. She hears, "Want to play hide and clap?"
Hey, wanna play hide and clap?
And two hands appear to the darkness and clap right next to her head. Then from outside in the hallway, we see the door rattling as if she's fighting to open it, but that's it. We don't hear her screaming or anything. And as I pause it here, I see that there's still an hour and 11 minutes left. There's no fucking way she stays in the house after this, right? Cut to upstairs. Cindy is sleepwalking and banging her head against the wardrobe again.
Cindy?
So Andrea goes to grab Cindy to bring back to bed with her. Then she hears banging coming from the wardrobe. She also decides to investigate this herself. Cindy sits up like she's possessed. Andrea throws the wardrobe doors open. Nothing there. She looks up and there's like a creepy grandma up there. And she pounces on Andrea. Just then, the dad is getting home. After being on the road for a week on some shit route to Florida for half his rate. And you can tell he probably just wants to get inside and go to bed. Nope. He gets home and hears screaming coming from inside his house. He goes inside. He finds his wife locked in the closet that goes down to the basement. They run upstairs and find all 5 of their kids awake, and Andrea's rolling around on the floor screaming. And they're all crying.
What happened?
The dad says, "Somebody goddammit tell me what's going on here."
Somebody, goddammit, tell me what's going on here!
But we don't get to see them telling him anything. We don't get to see what it would be like for his wife to tell him something smashed all the pictures on the staircase. Something slammed a door in my face. Something locked me in the basement. Something asked me if I want to play hide and clap and then clap next to my fucking head. We don't get to hear Andrea telling her parents. Some fucking lady just jumped on me from the top of the wardrobe. So let's just assume they talked about it. So cut to Ed and Lorraine giving a lecture at a university. He's showing footage on a projector of some guy who's convulsing, kind of. He says, "Take Maurice here, a French-Canadian farmer with no more than a 3rd grade education, yet after he was possessed, spoke some of the best Latin I'd ever heard. Sometimes backwards." And I know he's supposed to be like a demonologist, but I don't give a fuck who you are. You don't recognize Latin backwards. Then Lorraine says, "Look, now he's crying blood. And look, now an upside-down cross starts forming inside his body." And of course it isn't actual footage. That doesn't exist. They turn on the lights. Everybody raises their hands. They don't pick anyone. Some girl just asks a question as if picked.
Did you personally perform the exorcism?
Ed says, "No, I'm not authorized. I just assist because exorcisms are dangerous." And it cuts to Lorraine, just in case you forgot. Something happened. They haven't told us what it is yet. And then Ed proceeds, without letting any of the other 100 people ask questions.
To the 3 stages of demonic activity: infestation, oppression, and possession.
We see Mom from the family is there. So then cut to the Warrens. They're outside. They're packing up their shit in their car. And Drew walks up. Drew is like their assistant guy. I don't think we've seen him yet, but we've heard his name.
All right, that's good, Drew. Drew, you can hit the lights.
And he says, Ed, Lorraine.
There's someone here that would like to talk to you.
Oh, hi.
Thanks, Drew.
Sure. I'll see you later.
He doesn't explain shit. He doesn't introduce her. He's just like, I don't know, someone wants to talk to you, and he fucking bails. So the mom tells Ed and Lorraine, you have to come to my house.
There's something horrible happening in my house. Could you come and take a look?
The mom says, you have a daughter? Wouldn't you do anything to protect her? And the Warrens are like, oh shit, we do have a daughter, huh?
You have a daughter. And wouldn't you do anything you could to protect her? Please.
But they're like, yeah. Alright, we'll come to your house.
What is it?